fantastic and wonderful. Am I wearing the same outfit from last video? Yes. Am I going to be filming multiple videos for February today? Yes, because Aaron has Alex and Alex is asleep for a nap. And this is the time in which I can film. So I hope that you are okay with my same outfitness. I swear every video is going to be still fun and different and exciting, but I am too lazy to go and change clothes to make it seem as though it's a new day. I hope you're okay with that. Today's video is all about my January wrap-up. I did not realize that I read as much as I did in the month of January. Now, granted, I wasn't able to film a lot or do a lot of Instagram stuff, so like my time that I would normally spend doing that, I spent reading. I also spent a lot of time reading on my phone in the middle of the night nursing Alex. So that is also where I get a lot of my reading time in. Yeah, I've also been spending a lot of time listening to audiobooks, and I have been reading a lot at night and not watching a lot of shows. So with that being said, I have read 7 books in the month of January, which I am legit like surprised at. Go me, I'm very proud of you. And yeah, so let's get started with the first book that I read. I read Just One Damned Thing After Another by Jodi Taylor. This is a really, really good series. It's the first book in this series. I have been making sure that I have been writing good read reviews for all of my books so far. I have a couple more that I need to write, but they're not really, really long reviews. But they sum it up, and it helps me sort of like keep up with what I actually thought. So I rated this a 5 out of 5 stars. This was a fantastic book to start the new year off with. There's nothing better than I love this. There's nothing better than a feisty protagonist, time travel, and trying to save the world. I love that there are so many different characters. You guys know how much I love going back in time and different characters' points of view and just like different things like that. I will be reading more of the series, but it's basically about these historians, which you guys know my degree is in history. So these historians have found a way to go back in time, and actually they're not trying to change time at all, but they're trying to get an accurate representation of what actually happened in history. So they go back to the Boxer Rebellion, they go back to Greece, they go back to the Library of Alexandria, and like there's all these different things that they do, but there is a lot of chaos and turmoil and characters that have been killed by history, and like they even go back to the Jurassic era, and like it's just really, really good. I loved it. 100% 5 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. This was really, really hyped up a few years ago, and I thought it was okay. It took me a lot to dive deeper into this series. I actually had to post on the Currently Reading Facebook group. I was like, guys, I'm like 15% in and I just can't seem to get into this. Not necessarily the best book to read while we're in the middle of a pandemic, like at all, because it's basically this flu kind of thing that is very, very, very contagious but fast acting and killing. Has killed like 99% of the world's population, and this is the aftermath, and it follows these group of people back and forth in timelines, which is kind of what kept me going, especially going back and forth between people's perspectives kept me going. But there's this troupe of people who are entertainers and are trying to keep the culture and music alive in a world that has been, you know, sort of stopped on its feet. There's no electricity and different things like that. But I really, really enjoyed it. Trigger warnings, I mean, I gave it a 3.5 stars. So like, I rounded it up to 4 stars because Goodreads doesn't allow you to do that. I'm happy I picked it up, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it's that I'm going to be like recommending it to others. it's not like one that like jumps off of my, you know, I want to push this on you kind of thing. The next book I read was Crime and Poetry, which was the Cozy Escape Book Club Book of the Month for January by Amanda Flower. It's the first book in the Magical Bake Shop Mystery series. I enjoyed it. I gave it a 3.5 stars. I thought that it was a solid first book in a cozy series. I really loved Chief Rainwater. I loved the history background in it when it came to like the Underground Railroad. And different aspects like that. Our main character has left home for 12 years because of an incident in which she was blamed for her best friend's death, and the police tried to call her in her senior year and tried to basically pin the death on her. So after she was cleared, she no longer wanted to be in that hometown. So she left and moved to Chicago and continued to work on her career, and she's a doctoral student. Her grandmother calls her to tell her that she is dying, which, spoiler, she's not spoiler, you find it out in like the first 3 pages. But what happens is she really wants her to come home. The bookshop is magical because of the magical healing waters that surround the town, and the books sort of talk to the curator of it, and the grandmother needs to step down as curator and have Violet step up. I enjoyed it. I will continue the series. I enjoyed it that much, but I know a lot of people have trigger warnings when it comes to people lying or deceiving, or have issues with like forgiving people for different things. So you might watch out for that if you're not necessarily into that kind of stuff. The next book I read was Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton, and guys, it was so good. My family loves Jurassic Park. Like, we went and saw all of the movies in theater together, and so my dad and my sister have both read the series, and so I checked it out from my library, the ebook, and I loved it so much. It was just so good. There were so many differences between the book and the movie, and the book was so much better. Like, I still have a soft spot for the movie, but I believe that the book did it better, and I loved the characters more in the book than in the movie. I'm kind of ticked on how they changed a lot of the characters. Like, Dr. Grant's character is vastly different in the book than in the movie, and so I 100% wholeheartedly prefer the book to the movie, and I've checked out The Lost World next in my it's on my Kindle right now. The next book I read was Chilled to the Cone, a Bake Shop Mystery by Ellie Alexander, and I loved it so much. It was so good. Guys, you guys know that I love her. She's amazing, and there were so many things that were wrapped up in this book, so many just things that I've been like wanting to happen. And I know that she gave me an amazing first draft. She printed that out for my birthday and sent it to me, but I really do believe that I was supposed to wait until now to read this book. I really needed something that was uplifting after all of the things that we have been through in our family lately, and it just hit the nail on the head, and it was perfect. And so I can't gush any more about this than I have already gushed. It's so good. The next book that I read was Ready Player 2 by Ernest Cline. I actually listened to that on Audible, and Will Wheaton is the narrator, and guys, if you have to pick it up on audio. Like, Will Wheaton does such an amazing job, and I have such nostalgia for Will Wheaton, and so it's just perfectly done. I gave this book a 3.5 stars. At the beginning of the book, I can see why some people like either hated it or really, really liked it. Our main character, Wade, is sort of whiny, kind of like, he's just a whiny baby the first half of the book, but I swear if you push through, it is worth reading it. I would recommend it to people. I really did enjoy it. And this book, technically I haven't finished it yet, but I will finish it tonight, so I'm counting it, and that is Ellery Adams' new book in the Secret Book and Scone Society, and it's called Ink and Shadows, and I think I'm like over 70% done with it. yeah, I'm well over 70% done with it. I think I'm closer to 80% done, and it's so good. There are so many quotes that I have highlighted in this book. I am so freaking excited for it. I can't even explain to you how freaking excited I am to finish this book, and it's just so good. So yeah, those are the books that I read in January. What did you read in January that you loved, that you couldn't put down? What did you hate? What did you DNF? Let me know. That's the end of this chapter of Courtagonist. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, happy reading. Bye.